Solitamente inizio una live salutando gli ospiti, ma lo faccio anche ora. Ciao Anna, ciao Yara.
Ciao.
È necessario fare un'introduzione a questa live perché sarà una live un po' particolare e sono anche un po' teso a riguardo perché è la prima live che facciamo in lingua inglese. Allora, Anna e Yara hanno lavorato insieme a un progetto che ha suscitato un po' il mio interesse e ho notato al convegno di SIFET, al convegno 2023 di SIFET, la Società Italiana di Fotogrammetria e Topografia, che ringrazio tantissimo per questa opportunità. Stiamo organizzando una serie di incontri insieme, quindi ringrazio Caterina Balletti, il presidente, ringrazio molto Valentina Girelli per il supporto che mi sta dando. Questo contributo ha fatto parte di una sezione particolare di SIFET, del Premio Giovani, e ho voluto provare a chiedere a Anna e a Yara se avevano voglia di raccontarci questa storia. Questa conversazione la faremo in inglese, perché Yara è stata in Italia, però è molto più confidente con l'inglese. E ringrazio tantissimo Anna perché quando ci siamo scritti ci siamo interrogati sul fatto di portarla avanti completamente in inglese o se magari le sue parti potevano essere fatte in italiano, e è stata molto gentile nel dire facciamo tutto quanto in inglese così ci facciamo una chiacchierata a tre e Yara è inclusa in tutte le cose che ci diremo. Quindi io spero tantissimo che questo contenuto arrivi, anche se la chiacchierata la faremo in inglese. Ne approfitto per chiedere a chi è connesso live a questo evento se può darci un feedback a seconda della piattaforma in cui sta guardando l'evento, YouTube, Facebook o LinkedIn, se le cose si vedono e se le cose si sentono. E quindi direi che adesso possiamo passare in inglese. Le domande, se ci saranno benvenute. Potete farle in italiano, potete farle in inglese. Se saranno in italiano poi le traduciamo e comunque da ora in avanti passiamo all'inglese, magari poi facciamo una chiusura in italiano giusto alla fine. So, let's switch in English. So, welcome Anna, welcome Yara. I'm really happy to having you here and it's really a pleasure.
Thank you for inviting us.
I would like to start from the very beginning of this project. So tell me when, where, how this project started.
Okay. First of all, buonasera all. Okay, as a start, we can say I am an Arab girl that felt more connection to its region, history, and heritage. And growing up with all these war and the losing of the landmark and the historical sites, I felt that we need to do like at least something that I can do. As I said, growing up in all these wars and the loss of these significant lives, people lives, and also the landmark, especially now, for sure you know what's happening now in Gaza. The loss that we are facing is too much, from people to culture to everything. So we can say that it's a genocide for people and also for the culture. So
where are you based actually now, Yara?
I am now I'm in Dubai, but I am Jordanian Palestinian.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So going back to the research, it's a reflection, we can say, of my committed to the preservation of our history and heritage, and the focus of the lost heritage, in particularly the Roman theater of Palmira, with a representation of or a small representation, I hope a significant representation for our effort to to rebuild the Roman theater inside a virtual environment.
Okay.
So I hope I want to just share my screen because I forgot. Okay.
And tell me also how you got in touch with the Università of Bologna, with Anna, and tell me about also this part of this work.
Yes, okay. I studied in the University of Bologna and the campus of Ravenna. Actually, I studied historical building rehabilitation.
Okay.
But the course with Anna and Professor Vitelli was an elective course, the geomatics. Actually, I was in love with this course, so I wanted to do something with Professor Vitelli, and here we are.
Okay.
With a new experience, actually, for me, for Anna, and also for Professor Vitelli in the Metaverse. So they teach me a lot about geomatics and 3D modeling and the photogrammetry, laser scanning, everything. And then we decided to do something something about my region, and also to engage all of these things together.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay, we can see your screen perfectly.
Yes, this is the title of our paper, Bringing Back the Lost Heritage into Life by 3D Construction in Metaverse and Virtual Environment. Our case study was the Roman Theater of Palmira. And okay, as a small brief, we would like to dedicate our research to Professor Khaled Al-Asad. He's an archaeologist. He have been also killed actually in Palmyra in 2015, and also to the memory of the Professor Gabriel Fanji. You can see the photo of Professor Khaled Al-Asad.
Okay.
And this is the photo of Professor Fanji.
Yara, can I ask you to just click on the hide button? There's a little window pop up on your screen that
okay, hide.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. No.
Yes, perfect.
So we can, if Anna wants to say something here.
Yes, this picture is probably many of you knows who is the person that is here in this picture. Is Professor Gabriele Fangi from the Università Politecnica delle Marche, and he was a pioneer in the spherical photogrammetry developments, and he worked a lot in the war zone, in conflict zone in the Middle East, and also in Palmira. And it's also thanks to him that we can still work with the material he collected during these all of these years. And yes, he was able to set up a huge collection of material, of images and documents of different kinds that still now, after 10 years, 15 years, the scholars are still using to create the digital representation of the monuments of the architectures that are present in those areas. And the Palmira Roman Theater was one of these buildings that he was able to document during one of his trips in Syria. And so also we want to say thanks to his work, because he was pioneeristic, and also, yes, he dedicated his life, his entire life to these aims. So yes, we wanted to dedicate our work to his memory, and we hope that everyone can understand how this is important for us working in this field, also to honor his memory, but also to continue his work in the preservation of cultural heritage with our means, which are digital means and also virtual. So we will try to do our best to continue with the things that he started during his career. So here we are.
I think there are different kind of heroes, we can say, and these people definitely are one of them. Thanks for sharing this.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are in Palmira, because in my introduction, I totally forgot to say about the title of the work of your project. Then Yara, for luckily you share your screen. It's about the Roman Theater of Palmira,
yes.
Syria. Yes. And it's one of the most important archaeological sites in the world. And sadly, it's been partially destroyed by the ISIS in 2015, 2017. Yes. And I know that a huge work of restoration, reconstruction, and it was dated 1950, I think, and from that moment on, things were going really well for the archaeological site, but sadly, now things are not so good. So we are in Syria, Palmira, the Roman Theater. Okay. It's just for adding some information that I completely lost at the very beginning.
I think that, Yara, you have some images of the theater, right? Before and after the destruction.
Before and after. Let me just share it here.
Just to show the situation of the of the theater. Yes.
Okay, we can see that. Okay. We can see that this is the Roman theater before the destruction in 2015.
Okay.
Actually, I do like this photo. This is after the destruction.
Okay.
You know, all of the Roman theater were being used for musical events, entertainment events, but now, no, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, yes, let's go back to our methodology of the work.
Okay.
Okay, as you can see from here, from the data acquisition, 3D reconstruction, the spherical photogrammetry, and then the data processing optimization of the model. I have to mention here that the optimization software and the VR engine, we used a free software because, you know, it's something for students, so it should be free, as well as for the visualization. The Metaverse platform, the Spatial, is also a free website.
Okay, that's great.
Yes. And we can start with the spherical photogrammetry with Anna.
Okay. So, yes, as we were saying, the Roman Theater of Palmira is currently in a situation of in a very bad situation because of the destruction that was done by ISIS almost 10 years ago. And so the aim of the work was to reconstruct the theater in its original configuration in a virtual environment. And to do that, we took advantage of the work of Professor Fangi, dating back to 2015. So during his trip in Syria, he collected several images of the theater, and his team back at the time was able to construct a digital model of the theater. So I must mention that we didn't perform the digital reconstruction. We obtained the 3D model created by Professor Fangi's team by the current team in Università Politecnica delle Marche. So we asked for the contribution of Roberto Verdicca and Professor Malimberni from Università Politecnica delle Marche, that are now taking care of managing the material that was collected by Professor Fangi and all the digital outcomes of that data collected at the time. So they provided us with the digital model of the theater that was constructed, as I said, with a spherical photogrammetry approach. So just a few words about this, since we are geomatics, so we need to mention what is the metrical foundation of this work. So Professor Fangi in 2007 published an article in the proceeding of the CFET conference about the principle about using the spherical panorama for the metric reconstruction of architecture of buildings. So basically, he uses to acquire several images of the site with a standard camera, and then, of course, the first step was to stitch those images to create a panoramic, a spherical image that could be up to a field of view of 360 degrees. Then Professor Fangi perfected the way, the methodology to project these spherical images onto a flat surface using the projective geometry, so the equirectangular projection from cartography, to project these spherical images onto a planar surface. And then these flat images were then used for the internal orientation of the panoramas. So just a parenthesis about how more or less everything worked, because this technique is very important because especially because it allows for a very fast acquisition, because you can acquire several images on the site, but with a standard camera. So it didn't use the very expensive and sophisticated 360 cameras, but used a standard camera, and acquiring the images of the scene from different angles, he was able to stitch them and create a panoramical image that represented very well all the scene, so all the object of the scene. So this allowed for a very fast acquisition method, and also cost-effective acquisition method. So as you can imagine, this was extremely useful in a context where, of course, the time was not so much. The availability of the time was poor, and also the availability of sophisticated devices and tools was poor. So in this way, he was able to have to collect a very extensive documentation in several sites in conflict zone, where of course the data acquisition is a delicate phase. So going back to the 3D model.
That's nice. Just a couple of words. I don't want to go deep into the spherical aspect of the 3D reconstruction, but I think that's really, really nice. The approach of this problem was really, really cost effective, because choosing not to use very expensive 360 degrees camera, but instead using a normal camera to take pictures that will be stitched together in a 360-degree view that have been flat out, and then used for a 3D reconstruction. It is really, 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 really great, I think. I didn't expect that, actually, to be honest. I thought that the 360 degrees cameras, I thought they came from a 360 degrees camera. Sorry, the pictures came from the cameras, not from normal cameras. Thanks for sharing that.
But we have to mention that that he also, his tour to Palmira was totally a touristic tour.
Okay.
So yes.
So he went there as a tourist
with his students. Yes.
Okay. So he didn't have so much time for taking pictures without any other tourists. So it was a tough situation.
Yeah, of course.
That's great.
Exactly.
But thanks to this methodology, at the end of the trip, he was able to collect a huge amount of data, because the acquisition of the data was very fast. So that's why he developed a methodology to precisely for the time effectiveness of this data acquisition methodology in this kind of areas. But the problem was then in the laboratory, because actually the reconstruction of the architecture was done with without the algorithm of structure from motion photogrammetry that we can take advantages of now, but it was done with a monoscopic approach, monoplotting approach photogrammetry. So actually it was much more time consuming, because he had to collimate the homologous point on the images manually with a dedicated software called the Sfera. So actually then the processing of the images was of course time consuming, because it was much more manual than it is now with the structure from motion software. But now in many structure from motion software, it is also possible to import spherical panoramas to obtain the geometric reconstruction. But at the time, it was not possible. So he had to find other strategies than to perform the reconstruction. But at the end, the result were they, of course, the result dependent on the quality of the images. But in the case of the Roman theater, the 3D model was a very good digital representation of the theater. Of course, we don't want to enter too much in the details of the geometric, the precision about the geometric reconstruction. Of course, this is not the most precise technique from the metrical point of view. But it was a good technique, as I said, from the operational point of view for the data acquisition phase mainly. In any case, for the Roman Theatre of Palmira, it was possible to obtain a complete 3D model of all the objects of the architecture geometry, and the outcome was an all quad digital model. So as you can see, the polygons are quad polygons in the 3D model. And it was also quite dense. So it was a quite dense model consisting of, if I remember well, 500,000 polygons, yes. So it was quite also dense model. So here we move to the optimization phase, because as you know, of course, the virtual software, the virtual reality software are not able to host a very high polygon count models. So we must optimize, we had to optimize the model in order to encounter the limitation in terms of polygon count of the game engine that was used, which in our case was Unity. Because there was a limitation on the polygon counts, so we had to reduce, so to simplify the model, to decimate it, to be more technical, up to 100,000 polygon, even less. At the end, we reached, I think, 80,000, right, Yara?
81,000.
81,000.
Okay. Let's stop for a while, and then we'll start again from these pictures. So just to do a short recap, you had the chance to thanks to the work of Professor Fangi, the 3D model of the ancient Roman theaters of Palmira, and you studied from that. And this model was done through processing of kind of spherical panorama that were built not on site, but after taking several pictures with a normal camera. I've noticed that you mentioned Blender, and as Yara said, I think it's a great software. I would like to know it much better than the few things that I know about Blender. And this picture is about. We are in Blender now.
Yes.
Okay. I think it's a great project, open source, and it's really developing really fast. So tell me about this part of the work. This picture, these images, it's the original model or the decimated one? So it's tell me about that.
This one is the decimated one.
Okay.
This is the capital. Yes, as you can see from here, Blender, you have a lot of tools to simplify your model, a lot. So it's I have to mention that it's a very time-consuming process to examine which tool you have to use for the capital, for the columns, for the earth, for everything inside the model. Each object, even if you can see these small decoration, also one by one have been optimized. So
because
it is time-consuming. Yes.
Just a question. The details that I can see from these pictures were original in this, were
It's-
original, in the were there in the original 3D model, or you somehow enhanced them?
What? Sorry.
These details,
Yes.
I mean, were these details present in the original 3D models of Professor Fangi, or you somehow reconstructed them, taking from some data on the web or something like that?
No, this was actually originally, but forget
That's
about
great.
these leaves, because this is only a texture. It's
Okay.
only the geometry, but the other things, it's only a texture,
Okay.
just to visualize the
Okay.
model. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
The aim was to optimize the parts of the theater in a not in a general way. We didn't want to use a single tool for the optimization. So the aim to use Blender. Blender is a very powerful tool for 3D modeling, and also for the optimization of the 3D model, as Yara said, offers a lot of strategies. So these strategies were adopted in a critical way. So not the same tool was used for the entire model, but the tool for the decimation was selected according to the geometry present in the model.
Okay.
So of course, for smaller details, we used a certain type of tool, while for some parts that were not so detailed but were more uniform, we used other kind of tools in order to save as much as we could
The aesthetic view of this model.
Yeah, the aesthetics, so also the geometrical detail, but only in some specific areas where there was some parts that were more detailed. While, for example, in other areas like the ground, the polygon count was reduced extremely, because at the end it was a planar surface, so we didn't spend many polygons on that.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Now I can understand why you said it was really time consuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
this just to mention that this was done, this project, I don't think that maybe it was so clear at the beginning, but Yara was doing her master thesis in historical building rehabilitation, so this was done in the field of her master thesis project.
Okay.
To graduate in...
We didn't
she was
mention
my
that.
co-supervisor.
Okay. We didn't mention it, actually.
Yes, no.
Professor Vitelli was the supervisor, and me and Roberto Perdicca were the co-supervisors. So we helped her in the phase of the realization of the project, but she did the majority of this work. She was very attentive, very careful in doing all the phase of the project in the proper way, and she learned a lot of things also about Unity and the Metaverse platform. So just to mention this, because for me it's important to point it out. So she was a very, very good graduating student, and her project was very well done.
Thank you, Anna. How long did it take, Yara, this part of your work? I mean, working on the 3D model.
Yeah, we can say, like, if I say 3 months, it's a long period, but like it's a 3 months with like a lot of gaps.
Yeah,
of course.
But, yes, because I was trying, because Blender is new also for me. So I was trying everything, so just to keep the model or the geometry of the model as it is. So just like examination everything, so I can have the model that you can see now here.
So in these 3 months, you have to know Blender a little bit, start working on it, and start working on your model. So that I think it's great.
But in the meantime, also you did other things. So it's not 3 months only on that. So 3 months in general, but not only dedicated to the optimization. So.
I know, I said there is a gap between that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's go on. We're still in Blender, yes.
No, now
No,
we
that's
are in the Unity, the
Unity.
game engine Unity, yes.
There are a couple of questions. I don't know
Yes.
if I can pop them up now or we can get them later on, but
Whenever you
I'm going to
want.
show them. Did you upload the model in a Metaverse? And I think the answer is yes. And the other question is, what Metaverse platform did you use? It's
Spatial.
it's right. We can answer them now, or we will get through them later.
Actually, we will get to the Spatial. I will show you the website of Spatial
Okay.
and our environment inside Spatial platform.
Okay, that's great.
So,
Yes, we will get there in a few moments. So
Yes.
Okay.
So after the optimization of the model inside Blender, we explored the, we put our model inside the Unity to add the texture and also the, add more experience and more interactive experience to the user inside the platform. So here you can say that choosing the material, it was also a new way also for me, because it's only about examination the original photo of the theater and trying to find as much as a material like near to the original one. So, and here you can see that this process involves a lot of maps. The base map, it's the color and the texture of the material, or yes, of the material, and the the normal map, as you can see here, more clear. Okay, here more clear about the normal map, that it's giving the depth of the stone in the on the ground, and also the where we are. Okay, the height, and like you can see all the surface inputs here. The thing here, we have something that sometimes I use the base map from a material and the normal map from another material to make it more, as I said, near to the original texture of the Roman theater. Also, what I wanted to say something, I forgot that. Also the Unity give us also a texture memory, so it's not possible to add like a very high resolution texture inside the in the metaverse. So all, as you can see here, the scene here, it's the software development kit from the Spatial platform. All these are the limitation from the Metaverse platform as itself. The mesh vertex, the texture memory, and all the audio, I will show you later what we add here, and also the animation of the model. I don't know if Anna mentioned that we optimized the model until it came to 81,000 vertex, but when we upload our model to Unity, actually it gets the double or more, the double of the vertex. I upload the model, it was 81, and then in Unity, actually it was 200 something.
Okay.
So, yes, there is a lot of issues until now.
200,000. 200,000, right?
250,000 actually.
Okay.
More than.
I was curious about a fact.
Yes.
You said that this part of the process, for this part of the process, you had to look to pictures and try to figure out how it really is on the field. But I don't know if I asked you before, did you have the spherical panoramas of Professor Fangi to work on, or did you have to maybe go on location or maybe scout the web to find information about this data that you needed for this job?
From the professor, we only have the model.
Okay.
The geometry model without any texture.
Without any texture, okay.
Without any texture, yes. Only the geometry of the model.
So you had to scout the web, or did you go on location?
No, I did not go in the location. It's
Okay.
only, as you know, it's not possible now to go
Okay.
there. So it's only in searching images, and that's it.
Okay.
So yes.
High resolution images, of course, that were carefully examined, to also some documentation present online about the construction materials used. So
Okay.
It's the whole Palmira, actually it's a sandstone material for
Okay.
theater, for everything. So yes.
I mean, maybe Google Earth Pro images were too low resolution, or maybe they were somehow useful for that.
No, it was not useful for
Okay.
this.
Okay.
No, we did not use them. No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Only some normal material from the Unity itself, actually. But as I said, I was trying to change by from the base map to using the base different than the normal map, trying to find something like more, not to say realistic, but a realistic and more near to the actual theater, or the actual material of the theater.
Okay.
Yes. After finishing with the material, we were testing inside the website of Spatial. It gives you like access to test your environment to see everything is correct. Here, I was testing the materials. And then we tried to add more object to the scene to make it more like engaging environment.
Okay.
So here you can see we add some exhibition to speak about, or a small brief about the history of this area.
Okay.
And also you can, I don't know if you can see these black and white circles. These where the user can sit in all these places. I think here it's not. Is it visible?
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And here we tested actually the animation that we created also inside Blender.
But can you mention, Yara, maybe also the transition from Unity to Spatial platform? So because maybe the transition from Unity to Spatial.
Yes, using these, I say using the software development kit that you upload from Spatial to the Unity. So you will have all these limitations.
Okay.
That's for the website, or for the website or the platform.
Okay.
Now I can go for a tour inside the Metaverse. For our okay.
So the Metaverse platform, to answer the question of from the public, the Metaverse platform is called Spatial. This one.
Yes.
Okay.
Spatial give you access through any device. Laptop, tablets, phones, and also the headsets. But now we can't show you inside the headset, so we choose to show inside the website.
Just before starting the tour, I would like to pop up another question that I think it's really related to all this thing that you're saying. Why did you choose Spatial? I think that you somehow answered this question. I don't know if you would like to add some more information about the fact that you choose Spatial.
It's a free platform.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. As simple as that.
That's very cost effective.
Actually, we try to use more than one platform, but some of the platform are need to be more in coding, and we are not. So the Spatial was more easy as an architect and the geomatics.
So yes, it was more user friendly. Also the software, the interface. So we didn't need to to do any coding to implement the virtual scenario. And of course, if you want to go for more interaction and more complex things, you have to code. But in this case, the tools offered by the software with the software interface were enough to provide a good level of interaction inside the virtual scenario. And also there is the standard development kit, the SDK that you have used in Unity, that was directly creating a direct link between the scene in Unity, the 3D scene in Unity, and the spatial platform.
Okay.
So it was very convenient.
Thank you.
Okay,
let's start the tour.
Okay, by using targets and the point of information, you can see here, as you enter the space, you will have a welcoming and introducing about our space, only about the space, not about the actual site.
Okay.
Then we can go.
So you are choosing to move. You are moving. It's not
Yes,
a video. This is not a video.
Now.
You are moving.
No, I am moving now. Yes, exactly. Now we can move to the exhibition.
Okay. I hope that the live streaming is not lagging. So if you are,
okay, I will.
No.
I will walk.
That's fine, Yara. Just if some of the attendants can give us a feedback about the fact that is or not lagging, and I'd like to thank them in advance. Go on, Yara. This live will be will rest on the web. So okay, thank you. They say it's working well. So just okay. So this is something. Okay.
This is the timeline of the history of Palmira. It's not finished yet because I don't know if we have to mention that or no, but we are working in another survey now. So this is still not completed yet.
Okay.
Yes, we are implementing the project and we are writing another article with other implementation in the model in the virtual environment. So we are, of course, making it more complete and adding things. So it's an ongoing process.
It's super
adding more
detailed.
engaging objects to the scene.
It is super detailed.
Yes. Here, everything with the description. Whenever you click to the photo, you can see everything about this photo and the source for everything as well.
That's great.
See here, this is the beauty of Palmira, and also this is from Sketchfab. I have to mention that Spatial give you the access to Sketchfab to download everything. I downloaded this also with the resource. Yes.
That's great.
Yes, it is actually, and it's very detailed.
Yeah. And in a simple way, you can add multimedia content to the virtual environment as images, audio, and videos, also PowerPoint presentations. So this platform offers the possibility to add this content in an easy way. So
okay. So you can add things whatever you want.
Well,
yes,
images,
but all
videos.
of these things should be. Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
No. It should be first with some targets from Unity itself, but the sculpture as you see here, no, I can upload it from the website. No need to any integration from Unity to Spatial.
Okay.
Here you can see some arrows, so give the user the right path.
You're moving with the arrows of the keyboard?
Yes, the arrows of the keyboard. Now I can jump with the space and shift if I want to move faster or run.
Great.
You can see here a lot of palms because Palmira, it's like famous.
That's great.
And here is the most like my lovely part in this.
Okay, now we are entering the
theater from back. Yes, you can see some information about a simulation of the demolishing and some other information. I don't know if you will not hear the voices. Okay, the sounds.
No. Wow.
Yes, and this is the simulating of the part that has been demolished.
Destroyed.
Yes.
And 2017.
Yes.
Yeah.
2017. Between 2017 and 2015. Yes.
Okay.
And we can mention that this animation was done by another scientist. Can you remember me, please, the name?
Zaid. He gave me the model, but I also added some other animation.
Yeah.
To the model.
Yeah.
And also it was created inside Blender. Zaid Al-Azam.
Okay.
He's a Syrian guy, developer.
That's great. I think that the details are really, really impressive. Everything is really impressive. I mean, this is the metaverse.
Thank you.
Then after this
is the metaverse.
After the end of this tour, I'd like to ask you something about the metaverse, because I don't know if I'm really if I have clear what the metaverse is. So I'd like you to have to share with me your concept of metaverse. But let's continue the tour. That's really impressive.
This is the end of the tour, actually.
Okay.
We are only inside, but we can go, and also I can show you the street of Colonnade.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
This is the back of the theater.
Yes, can you show the column?
Yes.
Like, can you jump to see the capitals, maybe? I don't know if maybe they are too high, just to show the details of
the... too high.
Yeah.
It is too high.
These columns, were these columns present in the 3D models of Professor Fangi or not?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Yes,
but
of course, the model was implemented.
Yes, Anna.
I was saying that the model was implemented, the 3D model was implemented during the process. So the 3D model of the theater was only about the theater structure, and then Yara added some other architectural elements, of course, that are actually present in the reality, in the site, to make it more complete, to add something also to the surrounding areas.
Okay. There's another question. I don't know if is it possible or not. Is it joinable, this space, or not?
It is, but until now, no.
Okay.
Only with the link. Yes.
Yes, with the link, of course, it's not available for everyone in the platform, but only for people with the invitation link.
Okay.
Because
until
since we are
we
still
finish
working,
the environment.
Yeah. We are still working on it. So of course, Yara, if Yara send me the link, I can join the space.
You want to join?
Yes, of course.
Okay. You can join. You have the link.
Yes,
you
I have to find it.
Now.
Let me see. Maybe I can. No, I think better to send it to me again, because I don't know. Maybe in the email. Maybe yes.
Okay. I will send it from my phone. Just a second.
Because yes, this is the reason why it's not still open to the public, is that we are still implementing the scenario. So the virtual environment is a still ongoing project. But of course, people with the link can join, but as I said, for the moment, it's better not to make it public, because we want to finish with everything, with all the implementation, with the virtual tour. So better to wait until everything is finished before publishing.
Okay, and you told me before starting this live event that your work, this research, had been presented also in the Salento XR International Conference in Lecce in September 2023,
Yes.
and it will be present in the related book that is called Extended Reality. That's right.
No, it is present. It was already published. Yes.
Okay. I forgot to mention it at the very beginning. So.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, we went there. This is a conference where we were a little bit fish out of the sea. I don't know if in English is the correct way to say it, but it was a conference of computer scientists and computer engineers, and we are not neither computer scientists nor computer engineers. So. But it was only about the extended reality. So everything related to virtual, augmented, and mixed reality applied to anything. Of course, there were some medical doctors that apply mixed reality in surgery, and other people that worked with these virtual tools for other disciplines. And of course, our aim as geomatics, as a surveyor, is to use this kind of tools to implement scenarios with reality-based 3D model, of course. So our aim is not to create a game, is not to create to build a model of some fake or simulated scenario, but to investigate the potential of the virtual tools in the field of reality-based models obtained with geomatic techniques. So this was our aim. So to see, to understand the potential of these tools, but as a final application of a geomatic-based 3D survey. So we must mention this because I think it's important. So of course the intent is in any case to pay attention to the metrical issues, of course, and to the reconstruction methodology that must be rigorous. So that's why we have also chosen to have Professor Fangi 3D model, because there are some other models of the theater present online, but we wanted to use the model created by Professor Fangi team also because we know that he was very precise in the processing of the images. So we didn't want to have something just for the engagement, but also to represent a faithful digital model of the theater in terms of geometry and also texture in this case. So
thanks for sharing. I like the fact, but I don't know if I have understood everything correctly. Actually, you didn't write any line of code. You just used some tools that were available without any need of coding. That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, like in each month, they do some new tools. So I was only like, I'm new to Unity. I'm new to everything here. So I was learning everything about this. So like before the animation, it was not like before actually the thesis, the animation was not able to proceed here. But like before 5 months, it was yes, you can do your animation and upload it inside the environment.
Okay, I am there. I am
Anna.
inside the theater.
So Anna joined the Metaverso.
Yes.
That's
of course,
great.
this is not my avatar.
Which avatar? This one? This is me.
I don't know why I have. I didn't log in with my special account, so I was assigned with a random account, and this is not my avatar. I have an avatar. I will try to log in now because this is not really doesn't really look like me. I am logging in with my account now.
Okay, and while Anna is logging in, Yara, can you tell me about the approach to this work, to this research? That you said that you were new to a lot of stuff that you had to use.
Okay.
How was the very first approach? Were you somehow scared? Did you have some difficulties? Did you have to figure out how to do things? Was it hard? Can you tell me about the process, the approach and the process?
Yes, it was not that hard because I'm an architect. I have to be used to these softwares. So I was scared, but no, I tried to learn everything. So it's like,
so you think that if someone has the will to learn, it's something that it can be managed by everyone?
Yes, actually, we have a student that she made her thesis after me, but it's about not metaverse, but virtual reality. She used also a new tools. So, and her background, it's only about conservation. It's totally yes, but she learned a lot and she have a very good work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So Anna, did you join the?
Yes, I joined the space. I'm there. Here
Okay,
I am.
that's
now. This is more.
Avatar. It's more like you.
Yes.
It's more Anna.
So now,
yes,
we are we are seeing Yara's screen. So we are seeing like we were into Yara's eyes. So we are seeing what he sees. But of course, Anna, you are going around in the metaverse, and your screen will be different from the one that we see from Yara.
Yes, because I see it from my perspective, but I can see Yara and I can interact with her, and I can I can also speak with her. So
how do you tell me, how can you speak? Okay, there's a chat.
Yes. Also we can like unmute and you can hear their voice.
You can we can sit on the stairs and we can have a chat sitting on the stage. So we can speak also orally with the microphone.
Yes, exactly. It is the metaverse, the shared environment. This is we can say that what is the metaverse? It's like
I think that's
yes.
I think that's the time. That's the right time for explaining what's the metaverse.
It's a new universe, a beyond universe that you can share everything with a lot of people. This is what is different than like if we say about like virtual reality or augmented reality. In virtual reality, there is no connection between you and other users. But in metaverse, in real time, you can connect with anyone. You can share everything with them. So this is the simplest way to say what is the metaverse.
I think that's really clear.
Can I add something? Like
of course.
The thing is that the metaverse up to now doesn't exist. Okay, just let's start with this premise. Like the metaverse is still a concept, it's still an idea. Okay, because the idea is to have this shared space which is decentralized. So there isn't a private company that manages, or there aren't private companies that manages the platform for the metaverse. The idea is to have a decentralized space, virtual space, that can be a virtual twin of the real world, because you can have the spaces that represent the real spaces. You can host events, you can interact with people, you can buy things. So there is also a commerce, but this idea is up to now not
a theory.
Yes, it's just a theory, because up to now it doesn't exist. Because up to now we have some platforms like Spatial. These platforms are basically online platforms where people can upload their three-dimensional virtual environment, and other people can join these virtual environments.
And as we said before, it's connect everything. Like it can be a virtual reality with metaverse, augmented reality, mixed reality, all in one, with a shared environment with other people, not only you seeing this.
Yeah.
This is the simplest way to say that.
Yes,
you
the key
But as
word
you know,
is
we
shareability.
yes, still discovering this as well.
Do you think there will be evolution of the metaverse? Do you think that things will change? How fast things will change? Maybe helped by artificial intelligence, maybe not. What do you think about the future of the metaverse?
I hope we can use it in a good way. That's it.
Yeah.
Actually, I
that
am
too.
afraid of these new technologies, especially metaverse, AI. But if you use it in a good way, it's fascinating. But in other way,
Yeah.
in a good way, like our way to
Yeah.
represent what is lost, do something like ours. So yes, this is.
I'm really
my-
fascinated about the fact that we can have access to something that is no more accessible, and that's really great. And I think that's not only because of the metaverse, but also because of the geomatic processing and the processing of data acquired somehow that will lead us to have this information available for everybody. I would like to ask you, maybe Anna, in the geomatic field, do you think that, considering the huge amount of maybe pictures that are taken every day from a million of people, billion of people around the world, that maybe all this information can be somehow used to build models like the one that you share with us today, but maybe also something smaller or something bigger? Or do you think that we are still a long way to go to this goal, maybe using the data allowed present on the web to do such things, maybe again helped by artificial intelligence or not? What do you think about that in the viewed from a geomatic point of view?
Yeah. Well, the crowdsourced based photogrammetry is something that already exists for several years, and it's been currently actually applied in the field of geomatics for the reconstruction, image-based reconstruction of sites, architecture, archaeological site, but also objects. The problem is first of all, the availability of this data, because of course not all the time it is possible to use this data. They are online, shared in different ways on personal blogs, on social media, on website, on scientific writings, and so on. So it is not possible to use them, and when it is possible to use them, of course it is not obvious that the quality of the data is good. Sometimes the data is available, but the quality is not good enough to be used as a reference for the reconstruction. So sometimes the resolution of the images is very poor, or also the overlap maybe between the images is not sufficient. So it's a very delicate topic, the crowdsourcing photogrammetry. And it's interesting. Yes, I think that this can be in the future. Of course, the world will be very different, I think, from the world we know in our days. So I think that something very huge is going to happen, and of course, the artificial intelligence will have a very big role. Will play a big role in this also, because 3D models can be generated with artificial intelligence. So all the world of 3D modeling will be affected by these new developments. But as a geomatic, for me, the problem is that what is our aim? Do we want to have a lot of 3D models of important architectures and archaeological sites, or do we want them to be accurate? So this is the problem. We need to pay attention to this aspect, because you know very well that it's not an easy task to have a good accuracy level in the reconstruction of a building or a scenario. So I think that it's our aim is to pay attention to all of these issues, because otherwise it can be a risky situation. Everybody can consider themselves as a surveyor or a modeler, and we risk to have a lot of digital representation, but the risk is that the accuracy in the representation is lost, and it's not something that will be taken, that will be considered the process.
As well as also the copyrights. Like if you have a lot of images and then you made this model, like where did you bring these photos? The copyright for the owners, it's also it's still a debate for the crowdsourcing.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Thanks for your words. I think that it's all about the purposes. It's all about the goals of the work, and it's not an easy task. But I think that we will see more and more things in this area further on. Are you still working together? Are you still developing this research or not?
Yes.
Yes. We are trying, because we are far from the moment we are far from each other, because as Yara said, she's now in Dubai and I'm in Bologna, so it's not so easy to collaborate, but
we are trying to manage.
Yes, we are trying.
Okay. Yara, are you planning to stay in Dubai? What are your plans for the future after being in Italy?
Okay, just let me... yes, actually, I'm planning to stay here, as well as I'm trying to keep my connection with the professor and Anna to keep our work going. So yes, I would like to keep on with these researches. So yes.
Okay, that's great. So I'd like to thank you for your time. I'd like to thank you for sharing your work with us. It was really, really interesting. I think that there may be some other open questions, and it's really interesting. It's really a great topic, and I think we'll see more and more things in the future. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being here.
Thanks to you.
Thank you for people that have attended live. Thank you for your questions. This live will stay on the web, because I will keep it on my YouTube channel. I've just realized that I'm not sure that the live event was on both on LinkedIn and on Facebook, but on YouTube definitely it was, so it was fine. Maybe I will upload the video on my Facebook page, maybe sharing the link on LinkedIn. So everything was fine. Thank you for your time. And
Thanks so much.
now we'll switch in Italian for the very last thing. So spero che questa chiacchierata vi sia piaciuta, che sia stata utile, che qualche informazione interessante sia arrivata, anche semplicemente per gli strumenti che sono stati usati, per le metodologie che sono state applicate, per il fatto che non è stata scritta nessuna riga di codice. Insomma, credo che ci siano stati degli spunti molto, molto interessanti. Questa chiacchierata rimarrà nel web. Se ci sono delle cose che vorreste sapere, qualche altra domanda, qualche altra informazione, qualche altro dettaglio, potete scrivere nei commenti, poi io girerò le domande a Anna e Yara, oppure anche loro stesse potranno guardarle. Insomma, le domande sono aperte. Io spero che con questa chiacchierata ci sia stato qualcosa di utile. Per me c'è stato, e quindi io ringrazio tantissimo Anna e Yara per il loro tempo. Thank you for your time. It's been really a pleasure.
Grazie a tutti. Grazie Paolo. Grazie.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.